Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. How's it going? Uh, Let me introduce myself first. My name is Adithya Arasyi. You can call me Adit. My BP number is 20107333012. Okay, now I will presentation about phonology. But before I continue my presentation, I hope you guys can understand what I talk about. And if you found some mistake, it's pure from me because I'm not perfect one. Okay, in this section, we will discuss about phonology. But in phonology, there is some part. They are phonetics, articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, auditory phonetics, phone, organs of speech, place of articulation, manner of articulation, vowel, consonant, voice versus voiceless, phonetic transcription, phonemics, phoneme, minimal pair, and for the last one, phonemic transcription. Okay, now for the first part, I will explain you about articulatory phonetics. Phonetic is a branch of linguistics that studies how humans make and perceive sounds, or in the case of sign language, the equivalent aspect of sign. Phoneticians, linguists who specialize in phonetics, study the physical properties of speech. Next, articulatory phonetics. The file of articulatory phonetics is a subfile or phonetics that studies articulation and ways that humans produce speech articulatory. Phoneticians explain how humans produce speech sound via the interaction of different psychological structures. And then acoustic phonetics. Acoustic phonetics is the study of physical properties of speech and aim to analyze sound wave signals that occur within speech through varying frequencies, amplitudes, and durations. And then for the next, auditory phonetics. Auditory phonetics is the branch of phonetics concerned with the hearing of speech sounds and with speech perception. And then organ of speech. Organ used for speech include the lips, teeth, alveolar, ridge, hard palate, velum or soft palate, ovula, the glottis, and various part of the tongue. Place of articulation. Place of articulation of a consonant is the point of contact where an obstruction occur in the vocal tract between an articulatory gesture. And then manner of articulation. The manner of articulation is the configuration and interaction in the articulators when making a speech sound. Next, vowel. Vowels can be produced by raising the tongue high, keeping it in the middle or in the mouth. Air, haircuts, or closeness or openness. And then consonant. Consonants are said to be voiceless when they are closely together, and vibrating. Consonants are said to be voiced. For the next one, voice and voiceless versus voiceless. A voice sound is the one in which the vocal cords vibrate, and a voiceless sound is one in which sorry voiceless sound is one in which they do not. Phonetic transcription. Phonetic transcription is the visual representation of speech sound by means of symbols. And then phoneme. Phoneme is a sound or a group of different sounds perceived to have the same function by speakers of the language or dialect in question. And then minimal pair. Minimal pairs are pairs of words of phrases in a particular language, spoken or signed, that differ in only one phonological element, such as a phoneme, toneme, or coneme, and have distinct meaning. Okay, phonetic transcription. Phonetic transcription is the visual representation of speech sounds by means of symbols. Okay. Maybe that's all for me. That's all for my presentation now. I hope you can understand what I talk about. And then if you found some mistake, it's up here from me because I'm not a perfect one. But I learned to be a better person and to be good well, for my English and my pronunciation, and because I hope you can understand what talk about. So for the last word I say alhamdulillah, alhamdulillahirobbilalamin, and then assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.